They are your #1 seed, co-champs with the Kentucky Wildcats. And Christian Moore, the first one in there to face Pico Khan. First pitch he sees, sends it out to left center. Long run for Hisack and makes a running catch. What a way to start it.
All right, we're going to have one of those then. Go up, banging at the first pitch fastball. Moore gives it a ride. Hisack has kind of done everything right this entire week. Walk-off jack, 2-run single in the ninth to win it the next night. And now we'll do this to start it. One pitch and a web gem out in center field for Connor Hisack.
All right, so if you're Pico on the mound, KP, first pitch fastball just went 400 feet, smoked. Yeah. Are you feeling like, okay, I got him out? Or am I like,
feeling like, you know what? It's my night.
Okay.
It is my night.
Here's the 2-hole hitter, Blake Burke. Blake, 362 this year, and just peppers the left side of the infield. It has become a real attribute for this junior out of Brentwood, California. Has turned himself into one heck of a hitter, one of the best in the country. There he is, peppering it to the left side.
That's why. So the power's always been there, and it's prodigious. When he gets it, it'll go into the trees here. The ability to use the backside of the field has gotten even better this year, and he just has become a more complete hitter. Shift on, which it will be every time that Burke is up there. He beats it with a backside line drive, and it's the first hit of the night for Tennessee.
Watch him take batting practice before games, and he 90% of his swings are directing the ball to the left of second base, but then you'll have some free swings and you see the juice in the bat when he's blasting them over the right center field fence. That one's down to Billy Amick. Amick, the transfer from Clemson, handling that third base spot. Missed a few games, had a little injury earlier this year. Came back from that injury, first at bat against LSU, launched one over the left field fence. He has got some serious power. And what I love about Billy is, KP, you talk about free swingers. Talking to him about his approach. His quote was, "I'm just trying to hit it as hard as I can hit it."
Just keep it simple.
That's it.
Swing hard, you may get it. It's like your golf game. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, but when I swing hard, it still only goes about 210.
That's why I like it when that happens.
2-1 to Billy Amick. 333, 18 home runs, and 50 runs batted in. Amick looking for his first hit here in Hoover. He's 0 for 7 in 2 games. A big swing and a miss. Now it's even at 2-2. Pico sat out last year, recovering from an arm injury, and had a few minor setbacks, which is why he really didn't hit this Mississippi State pitching staff until about March. Just wanted to make sure that he was completely healed before they got him on the mound in competition. And he has gradually worked himself up, and last week pitched against 3 innings against Missouri in the regular season finale. Didn't get a decision, but as you said earlier, if they can get 4 or 5 innings out of him,
it'd be a good day.
Tennessee had to battle back after losing their opening game. A crazy second day here when the top 4 seeds in the tournament all lost, forcing them all into elimination games yesterday. Popped him straight back. Kentucky eliminated by South Carolina, who came in here having lost 6 in a row. Swept in their final 2 conference regular season series, but they have not looked like anything like that team that ended the regular season.
Now 3-1 since they showed up.
And there is a 3-2 pitch inside, so first and second now with only 1 out. There is Chris Lemonis. Tough night last night. Played late into the evening. But here they are, man. They have turned the corner. What is it about Mississippi State that has allowed them to kind of, I guess, become a team that's right on the cusp of hosting a regional. They won 17 conference games this year. Was there something specific about this team you can point to?
I think it starts with 1-2 in the rotation that have been so consistent, especially down the run. You got a real good 1-2. You got a chance to win a lot of series.
Coach Lamona saying last night, you saw it firsthand, Durangelo, he pitched really well, just kind of a tough luck, but he liked the way Durangelo Sanger pitched.
I mean, if fastball up to 98, striking out the first 6 guys of the game is good, then he was pretty good.
I like guys that go 7, 8 in a row. He was close.
He tapped the brakes at 6. 10 strikeouts all swinging last night for Sanger.
Draft eligible. The only bad news for Mississippi State. It'll be interesting to see what they do, that left-right situation at the next level, how they handle that.
I mean, he was all right last night.
Yeah.
I had him against Ole Miss this year. He was essentially all right that entire game, too. The stuff is so explosive from the right side. I mean, he still throws 91 from the left side. They didn't realize left is actually his natural side. He's naturally left-handed. He's taught himself to throw right-handed and happens to throw 98.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah. Poor guy just doesn't have any talents.
I know. And look, he was a shortstop, too. They recruited him as a shortstop. I mean, and now he's one of the premier arms in college baseball. Life works in strange ways sometimes. There's a swing and a miss. Foul tip back into the glove of Joe Powell. So that'll be out number 2 as Dreiling is retired.
Pico's been pretty fastball heavy, which that's what his numbers will tell you over the course of the year. Fastball up to 92. This time just grabs it, tries to stick it glove side. Dreiling can't make contact. First strikeout of the night for Pico Kahn.
So still 2 on for Hunter Inslee. He looks at a first pitch strike. Hunter Inslee 2 for 8 this weekend, a 250 clip, has an RBI. Struck out a couple of times. That one's off the plate. A redshirt junior out of Huntington, Tennessee. Been very patient at the plate of late. 8 walks in his last 7 games. He looks at a strike there. 1-2 the count. The 19th pitch of the inning coming up for Pico Kahn. Big break, ball stays outside. Pico, 6'4", 200. Going with the really high knickers today. Ground ball, boy, they had him played well. Amani Larry will take it himself, and that'll get the Bulldogs off the
changeup that you see more against left-handers, but he'll throw it every once in a while to right-handers too. So 4 different distinct pitches for Beam, and a guy that really knows his way around this league.
And here's a guy that's going to lead it off for Mississippi State against Mr. Beam, Bryce Chance. 284 hitter on the year with 6 home runs. Sophomore out of Ridgeland, Mississippi. One for 11 in this tournament. 4 strikeouts, couple of walks. First pitch he sees is up in the zone. Now for Mississippi State, keep an eye on this today. Now the middle of the lineup, actually the heart of it, 2 through 6, they have hit .418, but the rest of the Bulldogs 3 for 60, a .050 clip. They're going to need some help. Those guys 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, yeah, and in the midst of that is still Dakota Jordan.
Yeah.
Who's 0 for 13.
Dakota hitting 4th. It's in there for a strike. 1-2 the count to Bryce Chance. Bryson's third year with the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Redshirted as a freshman back in 2022. During the regular season, Mississippi State hit .280 as a team. To the right side, Blake Burke is there. He'll take it, step on the bag, one down. But for Mississippi State, that .280 average was good enough for 8 in the conference. Of course, Tennessee led everybody with a .314 clip. And in this tournament, Mississippi State hitting just .204. Now here's a guy, David Mershon, who has been a real catalyst, has carried this team at times here in 2024. And has just locked himself into that shortstop position and is really swinging it well at .338. Out of Taylor, South Carolina.
State with one of the best defenses in the country. Mershon at shortstop this year has made 2 errors. It makes you feel pretty good when you're out there on the mound. You got a guy in the middle of the diamond that's made 2 errors and has played almost every game the entire year.
Mississippi State fielding at a .983 clip, best in the conference. Mershon is showing you a little bit of pop. 5 home runs this year.
He's got one here, but it was from the right side.
Slaps it out to left. Dylan Dreiling is there for the catch. 2 down. And here comes Connor Hyzak. He has sent shockwaves through the crowd here at Hoover Metropolitan Stadium this tournament. The senior on the year hitting .352. He is 4 out of 10 here in Hoover and had some electrifying hits that has helped Mississippi State get to this point. First pitch he sees from Beam is in there for a strike. See,
I'm not going to waste him early.
Right, exactly.
I'm not going to waste him.
My point.
I'll be ready when it matters.
Slaps that one foul.
He has played in the postseason, though, at Purdue for VCU. One of few on this roster that can say that, but Hyzak knows that environment in the postseason.
That one's up and away. Hyzak had the 9th inning go-ahead 2-run single on Wednesday night versus Texas A&M, and a walk-off 2-run homer Tuesday night versus Ole Miss. Currently riding a 14-game hitting streak. And swings and misses there. I would say that's a good inning for Drew Beam. School's out. Everybody gets to relax, take a little deep breath.
School's out, pool's open. Pretty good time of year.
Kavaris Tears, sophomore out of Lewisburg, Tennessee, stepping in against Pico Khan. Kavaris at .344, 17 home runs. Of course, Tennessee second in the country in home runs this year. This weekend, the Vols have 3 home runs, pushing their total to 144. And if you had Austin Peay as the nation's leader in home runs.
Did they catch him?
I don't know if they had a home run this week or not, Austin Peay. They were at 144.
Yeah.
Base hit back up the middle for Kavares Tears. Roland Fanning, the head coach at Austin Peay, was in the SEC. He's an assistant coach for a while. Kentucky.
Spent some time at Oklahoma State.
Dean Curley comes to the plate. A .281 average, 9 homers and 37 runs batted in for the freshman. Not sure what they expected from Dean at the end of fall practice, beginning of the regular season practices in January. But because of a couple of injuries, he got in the lineup and they haven't been able to take him out.
No, this is a pretty solid freshman year.
Made the freshman All-SEC team, 1 for 5 here in his first tournament. You know, he's from out in California. I don't know how much he paid attention to this tournament, but I got to think as a freshman, I don't care who you are, when you come into this environment for the first time, it's got to be just an unreal experience. Sharply hit to third, and that one gets past Kohler, and that'll be out in left field, and Tennessee will have him at first and second.
He looks pretty comfortable in Hoover, Alabama right now. Hit this one hard. You can see Kohler just backing up right away. I mean, he kind of had the skates going and wasn't quite sure. He's trying to get a decent hop, and it's hit hard enough you get a chance to turn a double play. That's probably one you do want to play in front of him. Instead, he plays it off the side, out into left field. It'll go as an error on Logan Kohler. Tennessee's got the first 2 on here in a second.
Just as we're raving about Mississippi State's defense, it never fails.
Just a continual jinx.
I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's you or me or both of us.
I think it's us.
Okay.
That's what it is. Let's blame Chris too.
Yeah, if Berkey's in the building, he's definitely involved in some sort of curse. Villeneuve, a designated hitter at .291, 5 homers. Two and 1 to count. Make it 2 and 2. Tennessee had 4 players earn first or second team All-SEC honors. Drew Beam, Scholar Athlete of the Year. Christian Moore, Dylan Dreiling, first team. Blake Burke, Kavares Tears, second team. Dean Curley, the all-freshman team. And a swing and a miss there. Boy, a big strikeout to get Villeneuve back to the dugout. 1 down, double play becomes a factor now.
I'll tell you what, Pico Kahn is comfortable throwing that fastball up in the zone tonight. That's where he's been trying to live. Four-seamer just stay right there. The changeup has the best metrics as far as swing and miss, but so far tonight, the fastball is the one that he's had the most confidence in. Pico Kahn's just kind of a fun name to say. Pico Kahn.
Pico. That one is fouled back out of play. You know, his real name is William. Pico was talking about where he got the name, and he said it was my first sentence. My parents were trying to get me to say William Kahn, and I said, no, me name Pico. They laughed about it, pushed it off, and every time after that, I just kept saying my name is Pico, and they just went with it. That is slapped out to left, and that'll be the second out, and a throw back to second, not in time. Tears getting away. So I love it. He named himself. Yeah. That's what I love. And his parents just went with it.
That's
Pico.
called a mature kid. We're going to go with Pico from now on.
Your name is William. No, it's Pico.
You're wrong, actually.
Yeah. I mean, those are some real high. I would love to see you go with that kind of look. Did you ever, sport the knickers at Stanford?
Culottes? No. No.
Yeah, good. I think for all of us, good.
Those would not have. A, I don't work in those, but B, those weren't going to happen.
Right. That just wasn't an option.
No.
Popped him up. That's going to stay in play over to the right side of the infield. Hunter Hines will make the catch. Tennessee.
Part of the crowd at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. And here it is.
This is awesome.
What a moment.
Look at the smile.
Shook him off. Did you see that?
Yeah, I love
Shook him
it.
off twice.
Nicely
That's
done.
outstanding.
You know, you want to get Drew to smile, just ask him about his sister. Comforting to know that she's around watching him pitch. He talks about that. Just nice to know that she's in the building. And as Chris said, his biggest supporter. Popped it up to the right side. Blake Burke. I kind of missed the purple, though. The purple glove, the purple shirt. I kind of like that.
You had them both going last year.
Yeah.
Purple on purple.
I mean, they have been tight since they've been together. I mean, there it is. How awesome is that?
Been a ball fan for a while now.
Look at her smile. Look at her. She's in. Yeah, we got you.
We got you.
Drew no longer uses the purple glove. It was last year. He retired it and gave it to her as a gift.
Wow, maybe just as a motivation if they get to Omaha. Maybe
Postseason, it comes back
yeah,
out.
just bust out the purple, huh? Would that be something? Here's Logan Kohler. That'd be a pretty intense moment.
Yeah.
Kohler at 247, 5 home runs and 30 runs batted in. We are scoreless here in the bottom of the second. Talking to Kendall Rogers, D1Baseball.com. I mean, he's pretty much said that if Mississippi State wants to be a top 16,
Probably got to win this game.
obviously a lot of factors go into that, but you could really, really help yourself here with a win.
Yeah. I mean, the few others you're looking at across the country, East Carolina, Indiana State, who in the latest projections were, I think, 15, 16. Both have a loss in their conference tournament, but both are still playing.
And there is nothing like NCAA baseball, whether it's a regional or a super in Starkville. It is hard to replicate that.
You've seen some really good supers down there.
There was a Stanford, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Just some craziness at the dude. Sharply hit, and that one off the glove of Christian Moore out into right field. Kohler will head back to first base. They're going to score that an error on Christian Moore.
There's times that I can understand guys playing the ball off to the side, especially if you're trying to rate a hop and give yourself a little bit more room. But on a ball hit that hard, it just feels like that's still the one that you play in front of. Because if it hits him in the chest and goes in front, it's hit hard enough. He's going to pick it up and throw it to first base. Instead, off the side and off the top of his glove, it'll go as an error on Christian Moore, and State's got a base runner in the second.
Amani Larry, a senior second baseman, had a nice tournament, 5 for 12 at the plate. Amani got his collegiate baseball career going at East Central Community College for a couple of years. Of course, that shortened 20 season, and also played there in 2021. A couple of home runs in the regular season finale against Missouri last Friday. To to third. They're going to try to go to second. They're going to be able to turn this. Safe at first. Larry just does beat it. Blake Burke looking for some help. I don't know if he's going to get it, but they do get the lead out.
Pretty good feed right there by Amick. Taking on one hop, he's going to go backhand side, and he gives Christian Moore a chance to turn this. Kind of threw it off his back foot a little bit. Maybe didn't get quite as much on it as he would want. Green base. Look at the green base. I think he was out, by the way.
They need to get him cranked up. We've talked about it. Guy could really hit. He's just not been able to find the open space. He's at 249 on the year. 15 homers, though, and 51 runs batted in. 0 for 13 this weekend with 6 strikeouts. I think that's the part that kind of opens your eyes a little bit. Twelve of those 15 home runs, though, have come against conference pitching. Hines was a first-team All-SEC performer last year, a Dick Hauser Award semifinalist. Throw back to first, safe. Ooh, they almost got him. Now Blake Burke looks again into that dugout saying you might want to check that one.
He is so good at getting back and dropping a tag down from that left side. This one they are going to check.
The call on the field is safe. Tennessee is challenging the ruling. The previous play is under review.
How about that look?
The ump cam.
That's the new look. Yeah, but it's the ump chest cam.
Yeah.
Derek Malika, the first base umpire. Did he get him early?
The Mind Fly chest cam right on top of it.
This is a great look, by the way.
Derek Malika wearing that. Yeah, did he swipe right before
I
that?
think he got him on the elbow right before.
After review, the call at first base stands. It's safe.
It stands.
Tennessee has one challenge remaining.
Not enough to overturn it, so it'll stand. See now, if they'd have burned on the earlier play at first base, they'd be out of challenges.
Could have been done.
Right? I think that, though, was worthy of a challenge for sure.
Sure.
And even the first one was worthy. Instead, you have 2 outs, runner on first, Hunter Hines, and a 1-1 count. Belted deep to right, but it's going to stay in the ballpark for Kavaris Tears, and he'll make the catch.
Playing in our league, it can beat you up. It can kind of go the other way. So really just the team chemistry.
I appreciate the time. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Tony, Blake Burke lead things off. You mean there's sometimes some struggles when you get 40, 18 to 22-year-old young men together?
If you go through a season where nobody gets pinned in their locker in the clubhouse, you're not very good. That's the way that goes. There's got to be a few of them.
Burke out in front, fouls that one off. Slapped one to the left side. They had a much big, by the way, this is what happens when you poke one to left field on a big shift.
No more shift.
Yeah. It's a little bit shaded towards second, but not nearly what it was his first at-bat.
Omer Sham was on the first base side of second the first time up. Now you know what he's going to do. He's going to hit one right up the middle.
Yeah. His bat control is spectacular. Leading the conference, 24 doubles. Slaps that one foul to the right side. All right, if you had to make a change, and I don't want to get overzealous with the power display that's going on, because it's not just It's not everywhere, but it's in this league for sure. But if you're going to change something, you change the bat a little bit, dial it back,
No.
or do you dial the ball back?
I mean, if I'm going to do anything, I'd dial the ball back, but I wouldn't do anything yet.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you start changing bats, and it's messy. You could do it pretty easily with seams. I wouldn't touch it right now. And I know home runs are consistent and similar to what it was when the Gorilla Ball era was in effect. I don't know. I don't mind the game right now.
I think some of the concern comes from exit velocity off these bats, and some coaches and those worry about the ball speed. I think that's where some of it comes from. There you go, right back up the middle, and a one-hop pick from Connor Hyzak. So a base hit for Blake Burke. Are you concerned at all about that, about those issues? So many balls coming off the bat at 100+ miles an hour.
Well, if that's your concern, seams aren't going to do it.
Okay.
I mean, you know, maybe you can make baseballs that aren't quite as hard as they are right now, but no, I guess I'm not. I'll defer to those that are doing it every day, but the style of game that we see on a daily basis, I like. To your point of that last one off the bat of Blake Burke came off at 108.
Okay.
That was warm.
That was warm. Some would say on the hot side, but in today's game, that's warm. Here's Billy Amick, who can certainly hit it 108 miles an hour off his barrel if he can find it. Amick walked his first time up. 91 from Pico Khan. And now if you're Amick, you're sitting there with a 2-0 pitch. Popped him up. Is he going to stay in play in front of that Bulldog dugout? Yes, it will. And Hunter Hines puts a glove on it. You know, speaking of those baseballs, I was working with Ben McDonald the last couple of weeks, and he does a lot of Oriole stuff. Brought back in his briefcase, brought back a Major League Baseball, and we had a game ball, and he was holding both of them in his hands, and he says, Dave, I'm telling you that this college ball feels so much different than it has in the past. He says, I used to be able to squeeze the college ball, and it'd be a little spongy on that cowhide, and
feels like a big league.
And exactly.
Yeah.
The only difference, he says, the seams were that one catches dryly. He said the seam on the college ball still a little bit raised, just a touch from the pro ball. That's really the only separation from the two he could tell. Jack Leggett was a big proponent, the old Clemson coach, of changing the seams on the ball. Remember when the game was dead? He's like, man, we need to play with it, because he would practice with it. Here's Hunter Ensley. You want to get some stories on our boy Chris Burke, go talk to Jeff Wood down there in that Tennessee dugout.
All right.
He's got some now.
Know what I'm doing before the game tomorrow. If Tennessee's playing, I'll tell you that.
And he spares no details. He is not afraid. Here's Ensley. He looks at ball one. We need to say congratulations to our boy. We'd like to bust his chops a little bit, but Chris Burke getting inducted into the State of Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame this summer.
You were with him when he found out.
Yeah,
that was a good way to do it. You guys, that was impressive.
and he still listen. He still hasn't even invited me to go with him. I said I'm available that day, sometime in July, and he didn't even answer. No response. Hunter Ensley with the response. Let's see what they do with Burke. They're going to hold him up. And the bases will be loaded. So some trouble now for Pico Khan of Mississippi State. Kavares Tears coming to the plate. He'll wait just a moment.
They weren't in there every day, but yet there were times that you could see, hey, man, both these guys got a chance to hit for a long time, and they've each had big-time years. Both the sophomores with 17 home runs.
You know, there's this rock right in the middle of campus at Knoxville that they paint for big events and stuff. If you were going to go up there and hit that rock, I feel like that's what it would feel like if you hit
You hit
varsity.
Tears?
Yeah.
That's one where you go, you know what, you're on my side.
Right.
You're on my team.
I mean, that is 6 feet, 200 pounds. That is solid, buddy.
0 for 9 this year with the bases loaded.
He singled his first time up. He's behind 0-2. Blake Burke over at first. Dylan Dreiling is at second. Hunter Hensley over at first. Tears at the plate. Kahn on the mound. The Vols have 11 grand slams this season, tied for the third most in single season NCAA history. The most ever by any SEC team. Up and in, 2-2. The NCAA single season record for grand slams is 14, set by Arizona State back in 2003. They did it in 68 games. The thing about the grand slams for Tennessee, 9 different players have hit them. This one's going to stay in the park. Out to left. Let's see what they do with Burke. Bryce Chance makes the catch. Here's the tag, the throw home, not anywhere close. And a sacrifice fly, and Tennessee on the board first.
That's good work by Tears. Getting an 0-2 count. Got himself something he could elevate deep enough. Josh Elander held Blake Burke up. Just a hitter a go. This time plenty deep enough for him to score easily and give the Vols the lead.
Tennessee shortstop Dean Curley. Dean reached on that error in the second inning. That's a good day right there. And that boy, I promise you, when he gets home, he's going to be out in about 2 seconds. Looks like he's on the verge right now. A little wobbly.
All's right in the world right there. You go do a little hill roll in a minute. Get to the top, roll all the way down.
That is beautiful.
And shut it.
Hope Tom Hart is resting comfortably back in Atlanta.
Yeah, you boys had an interesting day now. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, you're looking at that young man, maybe think about my youngest son, Sam, who graduated from high school today. Tom Hart's daughter, Lizzie, also North Atlanta senior. We were both at Georgia Tech this morning. Tom, though, left here last night. Got home about 4:30, which is why Tom's not back here. I got home about 8 o'clock last night.
He pulled out about 1 o'clock local. There's the good changeup. Haven't seen a ton of them today from Cone.
No, it's a good point. He's up to 60 pitches. He's had to work extremely hard, only giving up just 1 run so far. Oh, stabbed there by Amani Larry. Throw to first. What a play. What a play. Saves. See, like, that's something that you wouldn't do, I don't think. You just kind of.
I wouldn't give you a heads up.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Nope.
Ethan Puglia, 238, 1 homer, 11 runs batted in. Ethan hitting 9th in the lineup, the designated hitter.
Pinch hit last night. He hit a bullet. Didn't get anything to show for it, but hit it hard.
He had some interesting numbers on Beam about his fastball, and while it sits 93, 95 miles an hour,
he doesn't get a ton of swing and miss. Not as much as maybe you would think based on velocity. Good job to charge that. That time Moore came and got the hop he wanted. Get the short hop. Shorten that distance between him and first base. 2 quick outs here for Drew Beam, who has yet to give a hit first time through this order.
And now here's Bryce Chance. He is a hard man to strike out. %7 strikeout rate. I'd say that works. Sharply hit, foul ball.
It's kind of artistic. Watch Kevin Swinney on this. Okay, we're fair. Now we're foul. Just a nice, controlled move to call it foul.
All right, so I just mentioned that Bryce Chance has the lowest K percentage among qualified SEC hitters.
Now he's 0-2.
Right, so let's just see if it's me or not.
For the record, I didn't say that. You said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Here's a determining factor.
Oh, thank you for putting in play. Although Beam makes it look easy, right back to him. Inning is over.
Well, he's competing, so they've had guys out there all game, but he find a way to wiggle out of it. So trying to find, command a little bit more. He's been behind and started some innings slow and then kind of found it.
We talk about trying to get some of your top hitters going. It's tough against a guy like Drew Beam. First time through the order, what adjustments you want your guys to make at the plate?
I just think they need to see him. They got to stay off that high fastball. It's got a little bit of ride to it. And, I thought we had a couple good swings, so we'll keep battling. We'll keep it close.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Been a really good season for Mississippi State. 17-13 in the league. Going to be back in the postseason now, trying to be one of the top 16 host sites. So Reese Chapman will step to the plate for Tennessee. Reese will hit for Robin Villeneuve, who only got 1 at bat and struck out.
To Chris Lemonis' point that he just made to Chris Budden, Tennessee's left 2 on in each of the first 3 innings. So Con's had traffic, but at least to this point, he's been able to wiggle out of most of it.
That one missed. Tennessee's leadoff man has reached in 10 of 20 opportunities here in the tournament. Chapman was a DH yesterday, went 0 for 2. That's a tough at bat. Hey Reese, go grab a bat and go face Pico Khan.
Face lefty.
Yeah. 2-2 the count. There you go. Tony Vitalo pushing the right buttons. Chapman going to go around first on his way to second, and he'll be in there safely. Well, that worked.
Loved his approach his entire bat. I mean, he swung through a slider, but then everything after that was keeping the front shoulder in. Took a slider that was down and off the plate, that takes a fastball that's on the outer half right there and just serves it to left field. Everything in front of him right there. So freshman makes the decision to take the chance. He's in there with a leadoff double.
Fifth double of the season. Cal Stark now steps up, the 9-hole hitter. Looks at a pitch down in the dirt. Powell, the 6'1", 200-pound senior out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Started at Weatherford College. He is handling the majority of the catching duties here down the stretch for Tennessee. Hit a home run Thursday versus Texas A&M. And he just lifts this one out to deep right center, and Isaac there to make the catch, but Chapman will tag up, and he'll end up at third base. Now Stark almost got his 7th home run of the year.
Got Isaac running all over the place. First hitter of the game. Moore took him to the base of the wall. This time, Cal Stark does the exact same thing the opposite way. Isaac times that jump, peeks at the wall about the same time. Good base running too for Chapman. Knowing all that momentum was going to be taking Isaac back to the wall. Went back, tag. Tennessee with a runner at third and one out right here, and Christian Moore coming to the bat.
Christian Moore 0 for 2. Five hits for Tennessee. Goose egg on the board for Mississippi State. Moore now in his 3rd year with the Vols out of Brooklyn, New York. Selected to play last summer with the USA National Collegiate Team. Preseason All-American. And he draws a walk. They'll be at the corners with one out. And here comes Blake Burke to the plate. 73 pitches now for Pico Khan. Chance now for Tennessee to add to their 1-0 advantage.
Colt Cheatham, the left-hander, up and throwing in that state bullpen. Khan's getting close. I don't think he goes much past 75, 80 pitches.
Time is called, and Justin Parker back out.
See if those 2 picks were just to give Cheatham.
2.
Yeah, you see more great plays in the outfield just because there's further to go. So go left-hander, left-hander. Colt Cheatham on right now for the 9th time this year. Comes in with traffic, which there has been. Tennessee's had at least 2 base runners in each of the first 4 innings. Pico Khan can just look on right now. And Blake Burke steps in with 2 hits already tonight.
He battled, but he's got a couple of runners on here with 1 out. Blake Burke at the plate. Blake 2 for 2 today. Single to left, single to center. Average up to 367. Mississippi State's had some really solid pitching performances in this tournament. Started with Brooks Auger.
Yeah. Struck out more guys than he threw balls in the game. Never heard that stat before then.
That is one of the most beautiful stats in baseball, I think.
13 punch outs through 12 balls. Be a good evening.
78 pitches. 66 for strike. I mean, that is an incredible number. Chopped foul. Look at that stat line. 3-hitter, 13 Ks, no walks.
He was an out away from getting beat 1-0. If it weren't for the guy that just made 2 highlight reel catches out in center field.
Is an 85% strike rate good? Down in the dirt, runner goes to second. They're going to try to steal home. They get the out at second. The run will score.
Christian Moore does his job right here. And the break's fine, but then he looks in and kind of slows up for a minute. You want to make sure you're drawing to throw, and State looked comfortable right there, I guess, to trend it out for a run. So that low throw makes it almost impossible to throw this one home. I think Mershon recognized that, realized he had a chance to get more, so Moore thrown out. Chapman scores the second run of the game.
There's a walk to Burke. So I ask you, just as fan of the game, guy played the game at a high level. I mean, are you okay? I mean, is that you got Blake? My point is, you got Blake Burke at the plate. You gave yourself up an out. Trade a run for an out, and that's it.
Yeah, I like runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can guarantee that you're going to add another one right there, sure, fine with that.
I just look at it big picture. This lineup is so good. I'd like to save my outs with this lineup. Maybe some others I would feel differently. You didn't ask me my opinion, but I just gave it to you.
I didn't know, but I appreciate the feedback right there. That actually, I mean, there's sometimes you get done saying something, and, you know, the intonation is a little bit higher, like you're inviting feedback from the other side. That wasn't one of those times.
Okay.
It was a definitive point that then you just jumped on it.
Yeah. Because I knew you weren't going to ask me. So it's 2-0 Tennessee out in front. Top of the fourth. That looks pretty tasty. Have you tasted everything in the ballpark since you've been here?
You know what, man? It's really good to have you back. I know you could have taken the night off at graduation and everything else, but it's wonderful to have you back up here.
That one bounces off the mid of Powell.
To answer your question, yes.
That's what I thought. Not the place to come if you're watching calories.
No, the tent's down. Out in the left field parking lot.
Yeah.
LSU guys were here. They made me breakfast the other day. It wasn't just me. They made others.
I saw them running the all the law enforcement officers out there helping us out. They were feeding them.
Hit 100 pounds of crawfish the other day.
That one shot out to left, but right at Bryce Chance, and the inning is over. So far, Beam has been really impressive. Worked 3 innings. Just 1 strikeout, no hits, faced 10 batters, and thrown 35 pitches. Dots that one on the outer half. Count even at 1-1. Mississippi State had 8 hits last night in their 4-3 loss to Vanderbilt. They made a game of it, though. Picked up 2 in the 9th, but just not enough to overcome the Doors, who have come in here and played some really impressive baseball. They await the winner of this one tomorrow in the semifinals. Ooh. That is not good when we can hear it up here, and we're 400 feet up in the press box. That'll get Chris Lemonis off his dugout seat.
Mid-90s on your hand.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound comfortable.
Sean's going to shake that one off.
He's trying to elevate fastball in.
35 hit by pitches in this tournament. We are 3 away from tying the record.
Break a lot of records this week. Home run record, grand slam record. Is getting hit.
"37 home runs this weekend." 37. The 40th pitch of the game from Drew Beam. We'll wait one moment. That one pops out of the glove of Burke. Let's go down to Chris.
You guys remember at the top of the show where I mentioned Dakota Jordan, Hunter Hines trying to get some mojo from Hijack's bat? This Mississippi State team is about as superstitious of a team I have ever covered, and it reminded me of several years ago when Jake Mangum was here, and he was going through a cold streak. He took some fried chicken, sacrificed the chicken, rubbed it all over his bat, ended up working.
See if he rubs some chicken on this bat. Hijack out to straightaway center field, and Mershon will get back to first base. Boy, Isaac just missed that one by a fraction. That is out number 1.
Baseball players are weird. Just sometimes doesn't make any sense until it works, and then it makes total sense.
Which leads me to this. Did you have any superstitions?
I just didn't talk to anybody. And I really haven't changed anything in the last 30 years. I'd try to do the exact same thing, but I just wanted to be left alone. Just leave me alone. Let me work.
Ooh, nice pick by
Good
Burke.
Oh, it's good over there. We talked about the offense and how it's changed. I mean, he's a big human, but man, he moves around great at first base. He tag him too? If he did, that's even better.
Dakota Jordan. Throw down to second is not in time. With Dakota Jordan. Still numbers look good, but it has been a tough tournament for Dakota. 0 for 1 today. In this tournament, Dakota now 0 for 14. We're trying to get our signs down between Curley, Cal Stark, and Drew Beam. Way off the plate. Dakota Jordan, second team All-SEC performer. Won the Ferris Trophy. Big award in the state of Mississippi. He's considered the top college baseball student athlete. Pops this one up. Is there room for Stark? He will make the catch and turn around quickly. Make sure Mershon doesn't go anywhere.
Even through this stretch, you look at Dakota Jordan's overall numbers for the year. If you're still hitting 340 with 17 home runs, OPS of 1100, you've had one heck of an offensive year. He's not thinking that right now.
Yeah.
I mean, tonight it's a fly out to first and a fly out behind home plate. It's gonna click. Just hoping it clicks here pretty quick, because when he's going, this offense is very different.
2 down in the inning for Logan Kohler. He looks at a strike. Kohler reached on an error his first time up. That is strike 2. Out of Little Elm, Texas. Transfer in from Oklahoma. Played at Memphis last year and actually has pitched a little bit. Runner goes and they'll let him take third. Cal Stark not even worried about it.
Good take. It's a real good take. You expect to get a swing on that one. 1-2 count. Hitter in protect mode. It looked like a strike for a long time.
Mershon's 2 stolen bases, now 6th most in a single season for Mississippi State. Just off the plate. Boy, Stark tried to frame that for Clint Fagan, our home plate umpire.
That one's off. Stark's trying to steal one there, but that one's off the plate.
That's why he didn't worry about the stolen base at third. He knew Drew Beam
could have a bid stealer in the Pac-12. USC is now in the final. SC was not going to get in. They beat Cal today. Stanford plays Arizona tonight. Stanford wins that game. That's a stolen bid out of the pack because neither Stanford nor SC was going to get in.
Dylan Dreiling over to first. You know, there's something about this postseason in baseball. It's always amazing. We talk about Division I and all this we do, but there is a story going on just down the road here in Birmingham, at Birmingham Southern College, a school that is 1 game away from going to the Division III College World Series, and they don't even have a school. The school has closed. It is shut down. They've had financial problems going on, and there literally are no more students. It is.
I hadn't seen that yet.
And they are so they're playing for the school that doesn't exist, Birmingham Southern College, which at one point was a Division I school, but it's over time gradually resorted back to Division III. It's an amazing story. It's been picked up by the New York Times, the Washington Post, all over the country. And they're about to go to the College World Series, and they don't even have a.
That's cool. That's an easy one to root for right there.
They got an at-large bid, won their regional this past weekend, beat Transylvania University, as you just saw, advanced to the Super Regionals, and now 1 game away from going to the D3 College World Series. Kudos to those guys. I mean, that's got to be tough. I mean, you don't have a baseball team. As soon as this season's over,
right.
Literally, they're.
Everybody's thinking about what they're doing next, and you're fighting for a chance to win it all.
How about our guys in the truck just pulling that up on a moment's notice?
Highlights?
BSC Panther baseball ready
Not
to go.
first rodeo.
No.
Truck, by the way.
And Hunter Inslee will wind up at first base with 1 out. Well, I can just, even though I'm not down there and I can't hear, I can just hear Lim says, you can't keep putting these guys on base. It will kill us eventually. There has been traffic every inning.
Tennessee's left 7 on in the first 4 innings.
So far, Mississippi State's been able to navigate it pretty well.
Yeah, but you know with this Tennessee offense, there's only so much navigating. At some point, if you're giving them free base runners and free outs, they're going to get you.
Chopped foul. Throw back to first, not in time. You know, player that got his baseball start at Birmingham Southern?
The coach.
Butch Thompson.
Yeah.
Auburn skipper.
Remember our buddy Brooks Webb?
Yeah.
Brooks played there.
Was with Vanderbilt for a long time in their baseball program. Matter of fact, Butch Thompson helped lead the Panthers to back-to-back Southern States Conference championships. We got a t-shirt from that. I'd love to see it. There's Amani Larry playing some championship defense. Getting Kavares Tears at first base. That'll be out number 2. But Butch Thompson also won an NAIA World Series with Birmingham Southern.
Amani Larry kind of put a show on. Saw him go up the middle and make a play. Now goes glove side and from the backside. Enough on the throw. Get Kavares Tears over at first base.
Dean Curley now, he's 0 for 2. I think Kentucky, you know, Kentucky exited the tournament earlier today. South Carolina beat 6-5, and D1Baseball.com had the Cats as a #1 overall seed. Do you think that has any impact on this event? Has any impact on that in regards to top 8?
I think it can shift a few. I mean, Kentucky's a lock top 8. Arkansas is a lock top 8. Tennessee's a lock top 8. Who am I missing?
Georgia.
Georgia's not a lock top 8.
No,
yeah.
but I mean, but they're
A&M.
hovering at 8 though. Georgia is.
Georgia's the one that I don't know that they're going to be on the 8 line by the time it's done. But the other 4 are locks. It didn't matter what happened here. It's just where you slot them within. I think Clemson's a lock. I think North Carolina's a lock.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's getting closer, and then it's the 8 spot. And that's where you watch the ACC tournament. Florida State now is in the semis. If Wake wins today, that would get them in the semis.
Sharply hit, base hit. They're going to send the runner home. And that'll be the 3rd run of the game. So Curley picks up his 38th RBI.
California kid. Freshman getting it done right here. 2 out RBIs. Pretty good stat. Curley gets another one right here. Backside ground ball. Hunter Ensley, who walked with 1 out, comes around to score. Single runs in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th for Tennessee, and it's 3-0.
Tennessee playing some small ball today. Get him on, get him over, get him in. Two outs in the inning. Reese Chapman with a hit already today. This one out to center field, and Hyzak is there. And that'll do it. But Tennessee. Bottom of the 5th. Amani Larry hit by a pitch. Another hit batter. Well, we're 1 home run away from tying the SEC home run record, and now we're just a couple of more hit batters away from setting the conference tournament record. Here's an opportunity for Mississippi State. Leadoff guy on. You've got Hunter Hines at the plate. And if there was ever a time to Hunter Hines to get it going at the plate, right now would be a good time to start. 0 for 14. Average down to 248. I mean, if you're Hunter Hines, you're in there to just, please just throw me a fastball. Please just throw me a fastball.
I think the bigger thing is not to be down 0-2. It feels like so often you get in these kind of runs, and every time you look up, you're like, how's it 0-2 again? And you get the 1-0 changeup like that.
He was thinking, give me the fastball.
Life's not fair again.
Right, exactly. Now he's like, that whole fastball thing's out the window.
Tell Neil to stop talking. 3 in a row.
Well, now it catches the strike zone. It's 1-2. Powell on deck. Just did get a piece of it. Up in the zone, called strike 3. Hunter didn't like it. Third strikeout tonight for Drew Beam.
Looked like a cutter. The backdoor cutter, I think. It just, out of his hand, it looked like it was going to miss away. It fought just to hang in there and catch the outside corner, get Hunter Hines looking.
I mean, baseball's a brutal
It's
game.
cruel.
Yes.
It is cruel.
I'd say he's still a little bitter about that called third strike. He didn't throw him a single fastball, did he?
Uh-uh. Yeah, no, he fouled a fastball back.
Okay. The 3-0 to Powell. Let him swing, and it's the first base hit of the game. Gave Powell a green light at 3-0. Trying to get something started.
Smart right there, because he got a fastball to handle. Drew Beam, whose control generally is outstanding. He hasn't walked anybody tonight. He has hit 2. Excuse me, he's walked 1 and hit 1. But that time 3-0 fastball. Joe Powell puts a good swing on it. State's got something going here. First time today they've had 2 guys on base in the same inning. That's the first hit of the game, too, by the way.
Here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch count at 61 for Beam. Pulliam 0 for 1, a 9-hole hitter. Grounded out to second base his first time. Foul tip at the plate. Bryce Chance, Mershon, Isaac waiting to get up. Top of the lineup Only one out in the inning. It just feels like Mississippi State needs some sort of spark. Barrel one of them up. They just have not found the barrel against Drew Beam. Then he dots that at 94, strike 3.
That's one of the reasons they haven't found the barrel much today. Beam has not been his sharpest, but yet that one not too many guys are going to hit. Follows the breaking ball right there that was fouled off and just dots a glove side fastball to get Pulliam looking. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 in the game for Drew Beam.
Carly excited about big brother getting the job done on the mound. That one's pounded into the dirt by Bryce Chance. Talking to Tony Vitalo about Drew Beam, he said he's always been a mature teammate, has that pro baseball mentality, but this season he's kind of come out of his shell a little bit, has become more of a leader. On a team really filled with a bunch of guys that you could say that about, which makes Tennessee one of the more powerful teams, not just on the field, but away from the field. Their work ethic.
These guys have been around it for a while, right? I mean, Beam's in the rotation consistently. Christian Moore has been in the middle of the action the last 3 years. Burke the same way.
How do you think this team stacks up to a few of the last few years in terms of talent from top to bottom? '22 is a pretty good year.
I think 22 is the best talent team. This one's so balanced. I mean, offensively, they're top 10 in basically every category. The ERA is top 5 in the country. They've defended pretty darn well. I mean, they're fielding just shy of 980. There's not a whole lot of holes. Tony V's club.
Oh, Cal Stark had the fist pump ready for the strikeout, but it fell out of his mitts.
He was halfway into the pump right here. Elevated fastball, which is right where Beam wants to throw.
Oh.
They double up on that same one.
Bryce Chance trying to stay alive with a 2-2 count, 2 runners on. Boy, Beam thought he had one. He was bouncing to the dugout.
He's facing one of the toughest guys in the country to strike out.
Okay, you said it this time. 7% strikeout rate for Chance. That is ball 4, and he'll wind up at first, and the bases are loaded.
Just missed with the breaking ball on both sides of the plate. This backup I thought was going to get enough. You watch that glove of Cal Stark though, and it's moving back in. If it's there,
he wasn't going to go out there and break
that up. Time to clean the plate.
Yeah. Oh, here's David Mershon. Here's a guy that can drive in some runs for you. Mershon 0 for 1 today. .337 hitter. 38 runs batted in. Had an excellent tournament. 6 for 12. It's 2-0. Amani Larry's over at third. Powell's at second. Chance over at first. Mershon at the plate. Did he go? Yes, he did. Oh, Mershon can't believe it. Boy, the dugout just erupted. About to go to 3-0. Instead, it's 2-1, and there's another strike at 2-2.
Now you're getting it from both sides. Cal Stark didn't do Clint Fagan any help right there the way that he caught it. But I mean, what looked like it could have been a 4-pitch walk, instead's a 2-2 count.
Three and two. Mershon lays off. Three-two, 2 outs, bases are loaded. And Mississippi State is on the board. Struck out earlier. Also flew out in the 4th. Big swing and a miss from Hisack.
For Beam, just 19 walks on the season coming in. He has 2 in this inning. He had hit just 4 guys the entire season. He's hit 2 in this game. Hisack, who has been the hero for State at the plate the entire week, with another chance right here.
Boy, now he's out in front 0-2. Dakota Jordan on deck. .96 miles an hour.
Interesting. Like, throw 2 really good breaking balls and get ahead 0-2, then miss with 2 elevated fastballs. And if it's elevated in the right spot, you got a chance to get swing and miss. But now it's worked back to 2-2. See if they go back to that curveball to get the first 2 strikes of this at bat.
Shot down the line and foul. Way out in front of it. 81 miles an hour from Beam. Ground ball back up the middle. Hisack does it again. Throw to third, not in time. We are tied at 3. Connor Clutch.
Have a week, kid. Missed some time with an injury this year. He is back and he looks healthy. 2-run walk-off home run against Ole Miss the next night. 2-run single in the 9th to give State the lead. Now with the bases loaded, another 2-run single for Hisack. No hits coming into this 5th inning for Mississippi State. 2 in the inning, and that fastball that likes to live up in the zone. Really good swing and miss breaking ball.
And here's Dakota Jordan. He could use a base hit. Dakota 0 for 15 in this tournament. And there it is. Bulldogs have the lead. It is now 5-3 Mississippi State.
Sometimes it just takes one. Dakota Jordan gets a breaking ball. Watch this. That's about 2 weeks coming right there. And I want to go back to last night for a minute, because in the top of the 9th inning, Dakota Jordan got pulled out of the game. And Mississippi State was behind. And in the bottom of the 9th inning, his spot came up to hit. And he had been removed. Tonight, back in that normal cleanup role. And that right there, for all the fireworks in this inning, that may be the most important thing that's happened to State. You get him going, now this offense follows right behind.
Logan Kohler now 0 for 2 at the plate. A 5 spot here in the 5th for the Bulldogs, who were held hitless until this inning. There's a called 3rd strike, but what an inning it was. Stayed out in front, going to the top of the 6th, leading things off. Cal Stark, who, by the way, do you remember? It's hard, it was a long inning, but the balls almost were in the dugout. There was a foul tip that hit his mitt. He raised his hand up like we're getting out of here, and the ball popped out of his mitt, and that kept the inning alive. And then 5 runs were scored. Fouled straight back. I mean, this is the moment. They were almost off the field right here.
Yeah, this ends the inning right here. It's not easy play. I mean, it's in the end of his glove right there, but you saw the right hand come up. I thought it was going to stay in the glove. It didn't, and State would go on a roll.
Fouled straight back, 0-2. Opponents hit .254 against Hardin, giving up 1 homer, hit 1 batter. In his 33 innings of work, he gets a strikeout here. That's his 33rd of the year.
Just another kid coming into the game throwing 95. It just seems so commonplace right now, but Hardin, average fastball this year about 94, can run it up more than that. First out since he's come in is a strikeout swinging by Cal Stark, but here comes the top of this Tennessee order.
And Christian Moore. There's probably a little fire in that belly this at bat after what transpired toward the end of that last inning. A lot of chirping going on. Christian right in the middle of it. .341, looking for his first home run in this tournament. He's got a good hitter's count. It's 2-0. This is down low with that 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 3-0. On the year, Christian Moore's had 235 at-bats, 90 hits. He looks at a strike, 3-1. One of those 90 hits have been for extra bases. Now it's full 3-2. Just saw 95 miles an hour. .96 just off the plate. Hardin thought he had him. Nice take by Christian Moore. Went back to that fastball. And again, traffic on the base path for Tennessee.
Had at least one base runner every inning.
Blake Burke, 2 for 2 today. What are we waiting on? Blake Burke was saying something up there to our home plate umpire.
Time clock. He thought that it was a time clock violation on Harden. Stepped off, I think, right before it got there.
Well, he got ball 1 anyway. 1-0 to Burke. Burke 6'3", 236 at the plate. Out of Brentwood, California. He looks at ball 2. Burke went 0 for 5 on opening day with 3 strikeouts this year. The rest of the season, just 6 games without a hit. We're at game 58 right now.
His strikeout numbers are down this year, too. 22 walks, 36 strikeouts. Still doesn't walk a ton, given what the power is, but that can come over time.
Five for 9 this week. Well, a lot of stuff going on down there around home plate tonight. Blake Burke called a timeout, so that'll be charged to Tennessee. And the clock resets. Harden ready to go. Fouls it straight back, 2-2.
Yeah, it hasn't been a crisp night. There's been a lot of moving parts so far.
Now it's full 3-2.
How do you put more in motion here? Moore now just 3 of 7 this year in stolen bases. Got thrown out earlier today. Billy Amick waits on deck.
Burke has struck out 36 times this year. Doesn't even swing at ball 4, and first and second now. And Tennessee has something going with just 1 out. And your 3-hole hitter, Billy Amick, coming to the plate. I mean, you really can't get enough of Billy Squire, can you? Classic rock and roll.
This crowd can't either. It's your time frame.
To the right side. Did they get the out safe at first? Dropped over there by Harden. So that'll be out number 2, but the Vols will have him at first and third.
You got a shift on right here, which means Amani Larry, the usual second baseman, is going to cover second on the double play. If Mershon's covering second base, this is probably a double play. He's got a much better arm, but Larry, who's had a great glove today, the arm strength just isn't the same. A little late over to first. A good job, too, by Harden to get there and actually give him a chance to turn that double play.
Dylan Dreiling 0 for 2, 330 on the year. Dylan's got 17 home runs. He looks at ball 1. Harden have a tough time getting out in front of these Tennessee hitters. Struck out Cal Stark, but falling behind Moore and Burke. Now Dylan Dreiling. 95 miles an hour. How many guys on your Stanford team threw 90 plus? I mean, was it
90 plus?
95, I guess, is the number we talk about. I mean, any of those hard thrower, did you have a lot of those guys at that time?
We had, at one point, we had 3, and I wasn't one of them.
Wow.
And all 3 of them pitched in the big leagues.
There you go.
One of them also played quarterback in the NFL. It was a good combination. Chad Hutchinson.
What was your velo in college, and how high did it get when you got to the pros?
The highest I ever got was like 93.
Did it elevate when you got to pro ball?
No, I had 3 shoulder surgeries.
So
Went south
so you
pretty
finished
quick.
at 83.
Final spring training. I was in AA spring training. I was feeling pretty good about myself. Get done, learn how to load the ball up. I got pine tar on my belt. I'm cutting everything. But I think I'm back, man. This is feeling good. Get done, I go look at the chart. I didn't throw a fastball above 79.
Oh, jeez.
I went and released myself. That's going to do it.
Did you think you were throwing at 90?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm back. Like you'd hear the glove pop, and this is great. I'm going to be in the big leagues in a few weeks. Instead, I was packing my car. 79. This kid that was doing the chart, I asked him, and he looks at me and goes, did you throw any fastballs?
No, that is definitely a sign it's time to quit.
That's it.
Oh, popped him up in left field. Bryce Chance makes
Got out
the
of
catch.
it. And it's 5-3 State.
Well, that guy needed a base hit in a big way. Got it at the most opportune time so far in this elimination game between the 1 seed and the 5 seed. Amani Larry, the second baseman, hit by a pitch, scored a run tonight. So hit into a fielder's choice and then laces this one to left. And Amani Larry is going to try to get to second, and he does. Boy, not much, if any, hesitation coming around first.
Well, Dylan Dreiling was playing pretty deep out in left field. Gets over to it in plenty of time, and Amani Larry around first. Watch him take a little peek. He's thinking maybe. Here's the peek. See where he is? All right, now we're off. Leadoff double for Larry. It's back-to-back innings that State's had the leadoff man on.
I bet when you turn the corner and you decide to do that, that base must look like it's a mile away. And a line drive out to second. Christian Moore is there.
Dave, that's a feeling that you or I really are not familiar with.
Right.
Never happened.
He got there.
It was good to see a smile on his face. Hunter Hines still looking for his first hit at this SEC tournament.
He
He didn't get all of that one, but
He was
thinking maybe
is
this
fuming.
the one?
Because remember his last at bat, he was
He wasn't
fuming.
happy after that.
Joe Powell. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike. Powell behind the plate. Got the start in the first game. Johnny Long caught a couple of games, and now they're back to Powell. Powell, an interesting story. I mean, he's a young man that didn't even really want to play baseball. He was out of the game. But Mississippi State was in desperate need of another catcher. Highfield had some arm issues, a guy they were counting on to be their starting catcher. He had to have arm surgery. They're basically down to Johnny Long, and they pulled up old Joe Powell, and he's been a big contributor. They've still got another year with him.
I would say so. Yeah, I mean, he's He's starting on a team that's potentially got a chance to split in time, at least on a team. It's got a chance to potentially host a super regional. All right, Dave, it's trivia time.
Okay.
What college baseball team has the most College World Series championships?
It's not Florida State. Is
It
it
is not Florida State.
Arizona State or
They're not in the SEC.
Arizona State or Southern Cal?
It's USC.
Yeah.
Southern Cal has 12. You know the last time Southern Cal was in the NCAA tournament?
Oh gosh, 15 years.
2015. So it's been 10 years. They're now a win away in the final year of the Pac-12.
That's a strange situation that program has just fallen on such hard times from a baseball perspective.
They may have the right guy. Andy Stankiewicz, the head coach right now. Obviously played in the big leagues for a long time, won some rings with the Yankees.
Oh, 2. Nobody's there. Oh, Dean
That's a
Curley.
balk.
They're going to say clock violation, though, before the throw.
I didn't think you could throw to what essentially is not occupied base for me, but boys in blue know better than I do.
Well, I think they hit him with the clock violation before the throw.
So that's
Yeah.
the. I think they hit him with the clock violation because of the throw. Because of where
Right.
it went.
Nice athletic move by Curley, though. Just making sure he's awake. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. It's a 5-3 ball game.
The off-season things, I'm going to take it as my job to drop this off at the dry cleaner in Knoxville. No, that's staying in somebody's apartment
That's
all off-season.
That's the epitome of a college male's dorm room right there.
Yeah.
It's
Throw
pretty
some
much
Axe on it.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, goodness gracious. And they want to wear that.
Yeah.
I would love for you to go put that on. Maybe after the game, not before the game. You'd look
Put it
good.
on.
You'd look good in
Put it
there.
on.
Tavares Tears 1 for 2.
By the way, the Lady Vols softball team, which is playing in Supers this weekend, they have a mommy hat, too.
I like that.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that.
Just started this
I
year.
got the wind today. Lady Vols won the opener of the Super.
I hope the baseball committee maybe took notice of what the softball committee did. 13
From an SEC standpoint.
Yeah, 13 SEC.
I think you're gonna. I think there'll be 11. I do.
New record.
Yeah, I would be.
Setting the stage for Tennessee,
Yeah.
Texas, and Oklahoma coming into the league. And there is a strike. And Tears having a chat with Clint Fagan.
That one looked like it was there. I think it surprised Tears because you don't necessarily think he's going to come fastball inside, but. That arm angle, you're looking fastball away. I think it caught Tears off guard.
In there for a strike to Dean Curley, who's 1 for 3. Picked up an RBI on his last base hit in the 5th. Slow chopper. Going to be a tough play for Kohler. He'll just eat it, and runners will be at first and second.
Right decision right there. Nothing good happens if you throw that one. There's no chance you're going to throw Curley out. Pump fake just in case to see if he could get Hensley sneaking off a second.
See if Tennessee can get a 1-out base hit here from Reese Chapman. The Volunteers have left 10 on base. This tournament will be interesting next year when all 16 teams in the conference come to Hoover in a single elimination event.
That'd be a little different format, huh?
Coaches will manage things a little differently.
So what do we got? There's double buys involved, aren't there?
Right. If you're top 4, you don't play the first 2 days.
Okay.
So being a top 4 seed will be a goal for every team coming to Hoover. I mean, there's going to be a fantastic race for a regular season championship next year. Oklahoma's playing so good right now. Texas kind of turned it around a little bit. They've been kind of a roller coaster ride for the Longhorns.
Yeah, but they're getting in.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's should be a top 8.
The top 2 seeds in the softball NCAA tournament, Texas and Oklahoma.
OU, yeah.
Coming into the SEC.
Got a softball super this year. It's Texas and Texas A&M. And 2 assistant coaches got ejected today.
Oh, no. Shocking.
Could have never thought that was
Yeah,
going to happen.
right. Two and 2 on Chapman. Mississippi State has pitched their way out of some very dicey situations tonight. Lead this by 2. Now it's full 3 and 2. Cal Stark waiting for his opportunity.
Change up right there from Harden. Fastball's been up into the mid-90s, 3-2 right there, trying to see if he can get the freshman Chapman all the way out in front.
They are loaded again. And I think Tony Vitale is going to go to a pinch hitter here, as he pops out of that dugout to talk to our home plate umpire. And Cannon Peoples going to grab a bat. Moment in this game in the 7th inning. Cannon Peoples, 225 on the year, couple of home runs, does have 22 runs batted in. Curley's out at second base. Chapman's over at first.
Peoples had a big-time freshman season at NC State. Hit 350 OPS above 1,100, 12 home runs, so there is some pop here.
Again, Tennessee with 11 grand slams this year. Hensley started this whole thing. So he singled. He's over at third base. Seems like a while ago. 2-2 on Peoples. 8 hits for the Volunteers. Ground ball. Mershon, Fields, they'll go to second. High throw, does it get into the camera? Well, no, but another run will score. Dean Curley never stopped coming around third when he saw the errant throw. And the Vols played 2, we're tied at 5.
That's heads up base run up by the Vols, but this is not a good decision by Amani Laird. You're not going to turn this double play. And there's just zero reason to throw it off his back foot. You can see where the base runner was. This is one where
Mississippi State is challenging the slide.
just take that lead out, call it good. Instead, overthrow it first, and Tennessee comes around to score. There will be a challenge here. Mississippi State's going to challenge just to make sure there wasn't interference on the slide. I didn't think there was. I don't think this will take long.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. There's no fourth play slide rule. Mississippi State has 1 challenge remaining.
So they do get the 2 runs on the board to make it a 5-5 ball game. And here comes Christian Moore to the plate.
I got them on their feet too. Whole lot of orange in this stadium tonight.
Moore 0 for 2. Right back to Harden. Underhand toss and the inning is over, but Tennessee ties it up. They played 2. Have a camera number? Is that camera? What camera would that be?
Scotty J, what do we got? Camera 35.
Camera 35.
Okay.
I like it. Okay. Take camera 35. Just like that. See,
Yeah.
now I'm directing. So Peoples is back behind the plate, taking over for Cal Stark. As Bryce Chance steps to the plate. It's the top of the lineup for Mississippi State. Chance walked and scored in that 5-run fifth for Mississippi State. 3-0. Ooh, that one misses badly. 4-pitch walk. Tony Vitale right to the walkie-talkie. And here comes David Mershon. He looks at a strike, 1-1. Mershon, another player. There's a handful of guys here in the SEC tournament, former Little League World Series participants. Played with this Taylor, South Carolina Little League team. How many years have you been doing the Little League World Series now?
I didn't do it last year, but I had been doing it essentially for 19 years before that.
Here's a high chopper. There's a tag, and they get the out at second. Boy, Curley had to charge that ball and just ran right by the bag.
I mean, maybe if you wait a tick later, let that ball travel, you may have a chance to turn 2. But charged it trying to get that hop. I think that's the challenge. If you wait all the way back, you're going to get an in-between hop. Make sure you get the one that will guarantee you an out. There's nowhere Chance can go right there.
And here comes Connor Hyzak. He is 1 for 3 tonight. That was a relatively big hit. Got a couple of RBIs in the 5th as he singled back up the middle.
Marchand this year, 25 of 27 in stolen bases. He's got 2 today. He stole second, third. There has not been a stolen base attempt all year on Combs.
Fouled straight back. You or Tom in your night games last couple of nights having any balls coming here? You guys have any?
No. A few that were close. We ever had one come in here?
No, I had one with Berkey and Ben one time, and I it's probably somewhere on tape, but I just got out of the way.
Did you go diving?
Yeah. Ben kind of took over. Ben had a few comments about my reaction.
No. Nobody'd say a word about that, Dave.
2-1 now.
Must have been called up, but that one looked pretty good, and Cal Stark wanted it.
Hyzak with that 2 RBI single in this game. Picked up the game-winning 2-run homer in the single elimination matchup against Ole Miss on Tuesday night. Of course, the next night came up at the top of the 9th and singled home 2. Fouls that one straight back as Mississippi State beat Texas A&M. And then against Vanderbilt, Hyzak had an RBI triple at the top of the 9th, which sparked a rally that almost propelled Mississippi State to a victory over the Commodores. They ended up losing 4-3. Now has 7 RBIs in this tournament. Hyzak goes down. Out number 2.
Breaking ball right there from Combs. You can see a little top to bottom. It goes up before it goes down, but out of that slot, you don't think it's going to have that much top to bottom movement. Hyzak swung right over the top.
Here is Dakota Jordan, 1 for 3. 1 hit brought home 2 runs, his first hit of the SEC tournament. How about Cole Messina, by the way, this week? South Carolina catcher. 14 runs batted.
4 home runs.
That might be one. I mean, obviously the 14 runs batted in, certainly a record, but it's one of the greatest hitting performances this tournament's ever seen.
So you know what happens after that? You get intentionally walk twice today. Word got out. It's amazing.
Yeah, he ended up walking 3 times total. Throw down to second. Got it. Christian Moore says he tagged him, and bouncing toward the dugout. Mississippi State may challenge this one. Let's see.
The ruling on the field at second base is out. Mississippi State is challenging the ruling. Previous play is under review.
He's only been thrown out twice this year. 25 of 27, 2 in the game already. Watch the front hand and the tag. I think this one stands.
I think he gets him right on the backside.
I think this one stands. Where's our tag?
Got him.
Yep.
Just got
Get
him.
him by mud.
The call of out is confirmed at second base. Mississippi State is out of challenges. However,
I would love to hear it just one time.
They may request.
Confirmed you rat. Certainly go yard with one big swing here with 17 home runs on the season. See if that base hit doesn't get him cranked up. Saw some excitement, some life out of Dakota after a tough start to this tournament. Was 0 for 15 before that base knock.
Banky fastball right around 90. Changeup is really good to right-handers. Throws that changeup more than he does his fastball. In fact, just about twice as much. Tell the day. All right, let's see if this spins everything around. This was Dakota Jordan. Before that, 0 for Hoover, but that, at the time at least, gave State the lead. 2 out, 2-run single. Got him going, got that dugout going. Now they've got some work to do.
Two and 2 to Jordan. He'll head back to the dugouts. Out number 1.
We know the book on Banky against righties. He's usually going to throw a fair amount of changeups. 5 pitches in that at bat. Went through 1 changeup, threw it 1-2, missed. The elevated fastball gets Dakota Jordan right there.
Here's Logan Kohler now. His 3rd collegiate stop. He's a second team All AAC 3rd baseman last year for Memphis. Started at Oklahoma. I told you he also was a 2-way guy. Pitched a little bit both at Oklahoma and at Memphis. .92 in there for a strike, 2 down.
Banky filling the strike zone up since he's come in. Low 90s fastball. This time was it right by Kohler, just like he did Dakota Jordan. 2 outs, both strikeouts swinging.
Another strike. Amani Larry looks at strike 1. Amani 1 for 2 tonight. So he's having a decent tournament. 6 for 14, a 429 clip. Amani's got 8 home runs on the year, and he looks at strike 2. Ground ball. Christian Moore charges. throws, and the inning is over. Bott in the fifth to take the 5-3 lead, but Tennessee, as they have done all year, have not backed down. 9 hits on the board for the Vols, 4 hits and 5 runs for Mississippi State. Sharply hit, but right over to first base. And Hunter Hines steps on the bag, 1 down, and Kavaris Tears is retired. That came off his bat at 103.
Boys can put a charge in it.
Yes.
There's a reason why it's one of the top offenses in the country.
Here's shortstop Dean Curley, the freshman, with a couple of base knocks. 2 for 4 today, seeing his average tick up to 287. Pulls the bat back. Curley, a member of the freshman All-SEC team. Sends that one out of play down the line and right.
Wake Forest, North Carolina tonight.
Yeah.
Winner to the ACC semifinals. Chase Burns goes 6 innings, 6 hits, walks 2, strikes out 15. Comes out of the game. Carolina gets 5 in the last 2 innings.
I'm happy for Chase, but I'm a little concerned about my guy right here. He's fighting through it.
Keep going. Just walk that thing off.
That's not an ACL.
No, he's got a ball. That makes everything better.
Is he seeking medical attention? Popped it up. Catch made by Mershon, and that'll be 2 down. He got the foul ball. I'm liking the chain though. He's got a little.
Yeah, I saw they were selling those downstairs. Almost got you.
Oh, that would have been nice. I'd look good.
Like a big chain guy.
I did. There's a picture of me somewhere in my house in high school as a senior. I had the gold chain. Yeah, man. I had the wing. The wing haircut going. I was
gonna need to run that one down.
That's why it's in the house locked up. But there is one that does exist.
It's in the archives.
Out to right, and it'll drop right in front of Dakota Jordan, who was playing deep. Just could not get there. A couple of steps in front of him. Hit number 10 for Tennessee.
That's one where maybe you're happy you don't quite get it to the barrel. You get a little bit more of that, that's probably an out, but instead gets in on the hands of Chapman. A pretty good decision by Dakota Jordan not to lay out, but hold up. You get 2 outs right there. Keep the runner at first base. Keep it a 1-run lead. See if your offense can go to work in the bottom half.
Now Peoples at the plate. He came in to pitch hit for Cal Stark. Get into a fielder's choice. 223 for Cannon. A couple of homers and 23 runs batted in. He's behind 0-2. Tyler Davis has been so good for Mississippi State on the mound and gave up one mistake to Blake Burke that went for a home run. We're going to get a pinch runner over to first base. Tony Vitalo came out. Reese Chapman. Colby Backus will come into pinch run. 0-1 the count to Peoples. But Davis's ERA, even giving up that home run a moment ago, still 1.36.
It's a pretty decent year out of the bullpen.
He's 5-0 on the year, but on the hook for this one unless Mississippi State can rally the troops in the bottom half of the ninth. That one misses down. 2-1 now. Tennessee went 22-8 in the league to tie Kentucky, but they won the series in Lexington, thus they're the #1 seed here. Mississippi State 38-20. They went 17-13 in conference play. Good enough for the 5th seed. Glad to see Mike Bianco back at Ole Miss.
That was good news to see. Yeah, that was great news, and I'm glad that it came out so quickly, too.
Boy, they had some heartbreaking losses, including the last one right here. Swing and a miss. 2-2 on Peoples.
2 outs in the night against your rival. Mr. Hyzak started his escapades here in Hoover.
Misses down. 3-2 now to Cannon Peoples, who transferred from NC State, led the Wolfpack with a .352 batting average and 50 RBIs last year. Also hit 12 home runs, but has not been able to produce the same kind of numbers with Tennessee, albeit he doesn't play nearly as much. They kind of rotate their catching spot. Cal Stark has landed most of the times behind the plate. Fouls that one off. We'll do it again.
He was very highly sought after in that transfer portal. 12 home runs his freshman year. Never really got it going consistently, but still a guy when you look to the postseason, whether it's pinch hitting spots or matchups that Tony Vitello likes in the DH spot, wouldn't surprise you if he ends up doing some damage.
25th pitch of the game for Tyler Davis is fouled back. That man is ready to go.
It's a pretty good uni now. We get the SEC champs hat on, the overalls.
Another foul ball to play. Yeah, he's all in on his Tennessee team now. It looks like he's a lifer.
Got his glove. Get a little leftover cotton candy, maybe. A bag.
He got a little souvenir T-shirt in there.
Dude's at a day.
Yeah. The guy in front with the sunglasses, though. Interesting look at 10 o'clock at night. Swing and a miss. Davis fights through that one and ends the. He is lighting up the gun.
Averaging about 87, 88 on the year. He might bump you a 90 today. He's fired up.
Antigua checks in at shortstop for Tennessee, but they will play the shift, so he will move to the right side of second base, and a huge shift for Hunter Hines, who's 0 for 3 today. First pitch from Kirby Connell in there for a strike. Kirby graduated in May, pursuing his master's in agricultural leadership. surprised he doesn't have a doctorate by now. Popped him up. Antigua says he has it, and he does. That'll be out number 1. An 0 for 4 game for Hunter Hines.
He started just 2 days ago. 2 2/3. It's an upper 90s fastball, very fastball heavy. You'll see a slider too. Oh, I misspoke.
How about
It's
lower,
more
lower
than
hundreds?
Lower hundreds fastball.
Welcome to the game. It's 99. And Nate Snead gave up 5 earned runs in 2 2/3 in that opening game. Took a little something off it to get it over at 99.
Flip one in there at 99.
Cody Connell did his job. Yep, got to get the stash just right for the camera. High chopper, Antigua.
Great first step. Great first step. Antigua in there defensively. Charged that thing aggressively right when he saw it too. Watch this. Immediately. On a dead sprint to it to get it on that second hop, then plenty of time to make the throw across.
So Nate Chester, the last hope for Mississippi State. A junior out of Kansas City. Looks at ball 1. Nate, 7 hits. 2 of those have been doubles. Another 100. It is an easy 100.
I think that's all you're going to see tonight. No reason to switch it up right now.
Goodness. 2 strikes. Been sitting on the bench for 3.5 hours, and you got to go look at that. Good luck for Nate Chester. But all you got to do is run into one of those.
Yep. If Chester does that, it would be his first home run of the year.
Pumped that one to 101. Ground ball. Antigua charges, throws. Antigua comes in the 9th, and all 3 plays made by the shortstop.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. There's no fourth place slide rule. Mississippi State has one challenge remaining.
So they do get the 2 runs on the board to make it a 5-5 ball game. And here comes Christian Moore to the plate.
I got them on their feet, too. Whole lot of orange in this stadium tonight.
Moore 0 for 2. Right back to Harden. Underhand toss, and the inning is over. But Tennessee ties it up. They played 2.